Trying to feel confident right before you perform is one of the fastest ways to make yourself tight. A lot of athletes think confidence has to come first. They think, once I feel confident, then I will be ready. But in real performance, that often works in reverse. And if these mental toughness moments help you, make sure you like this video and subscribe. I'm Dr. Haley Perlus, and I work with athletes and high performers on the mental side of performance, especially when the pressure is on. Here is the problem. The moment you decide you need to feel confident before you go, you start checking yourself for confidence. Do I feel ready? Do I believe enough today? Am I in a good headspace? What if I'm not there yet? Now that sounds small, but it changes your attention completely. Instead of getting into the task, you start judging your internal state. You are watching yourself. You are grading your emotions. You are turning warm-up, pre-game, or those last few moments before action into a test of whether you feel good enough. And that backfires because one bad rep, one nervous thought, one little mistake, one heavy feeling in your body, and your brain says, see, confidence isn't there. Now you're not just performing, now you're performing and monitoring. That is where athletes get tight. That is where hesitation shows up. That is where they stop trusting what they know how to do. Confidence is helpful, of course it is, but it's the unshakable confidence that is more trait-like and isn't hit or miss depending on every little detail in the day. An unshakable confidence is something I discuss in other mental toughness moments. But confidence is also a feeling, and feelings move around, especially under pressure. So if your rule is that you need to feel confident before you perform, you have made performance dependent on something that is naturally unstable. That's not mental toughness. Mental toughness is being able to do your job well even when your internal state is not perfect. You can feel nerves and still compete well. You can still feel doubt and still execute the next rep. You can feel unsettled and make a good decision. That's a much stronger skill than trying to force confidence before you start. One athlete I worked with used to say before games, I just need to get my confidence up. So during warm-up, every shot became a judgment. If a few went in, she relaxed. If a few missed, she spiraled. By the time the game started, she already had spent so much mental energy checking herself that she felt drained. We changed one thing. She stopped asking, do I feel confident? And she started asking, what does the first possession need from me? For her, the answer was simple. Talk early, sprint back on defense, make the easy first pass. That shift changed a lot. She stopped chasing a feeling and started doing a job. And when she got engaged in the game, confidence started to build the right way, through action. That is the key point here. Confidence is usually not the starting point. It is often the result of getting your head where your feet are and taking control of your tactics, technique, and strategy. It grows after you settle into your cues, trust your preparation, and do the next thing with commitment. So if you want something practical, here is a tool you can use right away. When you notice yourself trying to feel confident, replace that confidence check with 3 words: task, cue, commit. Task is what my job is right now. Cue, what is the one thing I need to focus on to do that job well? Commit, can I fully go into this next action even if I do not feel perfect? That is a much better pre-performance sequence. Let me make that concrete. If you are a tennis player standing over a serve, your job is to not feel confident. Your task is to start the point the way you want. Your cue might be high toss. Your commit is to hit the serve you chose. If you are on the starting line, your job is to not create a magical feeling of certainty. Your task is the first part of the race. Your cue might be push or drive. Your commit is to go on the gun, not on your emotions. If you are at the free throw line, your task is not to ask yourself if you have confidence right now. Your task is your routine. Exhale, eyes on target, same stroke. Simple is powerful under pressure, because pressure already pulls attention inward. You notice your heart rate. You notice the stakes. You notice what could go wrong. You notice who is watching. And if you add one more layer of self-checking by asking, do I feel confident enough? You go even further into your own head. Good performance usually needs the opposite. It needs your attention organized around a clear action. So here is the shift I want you to remember. Do not wait to feel confident. Get clear, get connected to the task, and commit to the next action. A good question before competition is not, do I feel ready? A better question is, what does this moment need from me? That question is useful. That question gets you back into performance. That question pulls you out of self-judgment. And if you want real confidence, build it the right way. Build it through preparation you trust. Build it through routines you repeat. Build it through evidence that can act well without needing perfect emotions first. That is steadier. That lasts longer. And that holds up much better when the stakes go up. If you want help with that, check out the links in the description. I have resources and coaching options there to help you train the mental side of competition in ways that actually shows up when it matters. Thanks for being here, and I will see you in the next one.